Good morning, Rising Vibes. I'm coming to you in a Colorado near beautiful nature. Make the best of life. Wake up and run through a field. I know it sounds nuts, but you'll feel better. Do you remember when you were a child and you and your friends would run around barefoot and you guys would laugh just about everything? Because you were truly happy. If you want to be happy, you have to be happy with yourself. Quit looking for others to be happy with you. It's easier said than done, but once it's done, it's amazing. You get to feel and know that what you feel is real because it's from you. Um, you learn not to question yourself. You learn to be positive and know that what is going on is supposed to go on. The universe works in mysterious ways, or God, whatever, you call him, Father, Allah. I don't know. But once you take away the religious aspect, we're all talking about the same thing. But you got to be true to yourself and know your authenticity. Know the raw you. And if you don't like the raw you, you can change it. No one else can. It's much deeper, yet so simple. Small, simple things is what's the answer. Think about it. When you hear that this seed, I'm sure I could find one if I wanted to, but this seed out of a flower is going to grow another flower. Then us as humans are like, okay, how? Well, and then we go through all these big long steps and all this big long drawn out way of how it happens. And then all of a sudden, a scientist is doing the same investigation and they get a totally different result because you manifest your own reality. And everything is alive and has vibrations and it grows through the vibrations. So depending on what kind of vibrations you're putting into things, depends on what kind of flower you produce. It may be the same flower, but this one, all the leaves on it are beautiful and miraculous. And then the other one, the leaves are a little more droopy and the flower looks almost a sad flower. That's the same with you and me and all of us. What we dish out comes back. And so we got to be true and happy with ourselves because we've got to create a good world if we really want what everybody wants, which is just to live in peace, to not have to struggle and suffer and have to deal with just all kinds of stuff falling apart. We want to just get away. We want to run, but we don't. We stay, we face it, but we don't understand. We're wanting to run from ourselves. When you run from yourself, you aren't happy. When you don't even want to look in the mirror because you know you're lying to yourself. It doesn't matter who you make happy or who loves you or how many different people are admired by you or you know, just look up to you, you start to be like, they're looking up to a lie. They're looking up to an image. They're putting too high expectations on me. They're, you know, stealing my freedom. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Then you got to sit back and think about it. It's not Joe Blow or Bob the Builder, you know, or Christina Ann. I'm just popping up with names. It's not their fault. They said something that just hurt my feelings. Why did it hurt your feelings? Was it something that was true that you just don't want to face and you're just like, that's too cruel? Or is it something that you know needs to change, but you don't know how? And that's when you got to focus on you. It's when you got to sit down and shut up and just listen to nature and just breathe out all that negative energy. Breathe in good energy. Don't try to change tomorrow or the whole week or the whole month, day by day. That's kind of like the saying, every day you shall go and pick up your cross and walk. Every day you should wake up and thank the universe that it hadn't given up on you. Even though you gave up on it. And you gotta be like, today, I'm gonna have a good day. Regardless, I deserve this. I deserve a good day. And no matter what comes my way, I am going to just breathe. Today is the day where there's gonna be no confrontation, no drama. And then when people come up to you and they're just like, oh my gosh, I got all this and everything else, it's like, you know what, calm down. Breathe. And then they're all mad because they're not breathing. I mean, they are, but you know what I mean. Relaxing, you know, taking in the good, letting out the bad, not allowing these vibrations to control you from others, not allowing stuff to build. Just breathe. Like, okay, either why don't we sit down and, you know, have a cup of herbal tea and we can just talk about this. But let's do it in a manner where we're both calm. And sometimes it doesn't work like that. So sometimes you just take it and you're just like, okay. And then you need to step away. Step away. Step away. Get away. Go drive down the street listening to music, screaming at the top of your lungs if you got to get all that negative energy out. And breathe. And be like, okay. What's the root to the problem? It's not this big long spill. It's one simple point to this whole thing. Or have you sat down? Have you meditated? Do you know? Are you true and honest with yourself? Are you still lying to yourself? Are you listening to others too much? Okay. Well, now I know my chakrams are in line. I'm meditating, I'm thinking, so there's a greater meaning or a life lesson that either has been in like a time loop where everything seems to happen all over again, but a different scene. You're the main character. So you're like, this happened around the same time last year. Okay, pay attention. what needed to change for you to become your greatest version. Because we get a second chance. That's what people don't get. You're just like, man, I want a second chance. I want a second chance. You're not having a second chance with a physical material being or a material thing. You're having a second chance in the spiritual realm of it. Like, you met somebody, they did you so wrong. Then you met somebody else and they did you so wrong. Forgive them. Because we all make mistakes. There's not one person out here that can tell me you're completely innocent. You've never done nothing wrong. Because even what you think about, or what you write about and then burn so nobody could see it, because the quiet type you have to worry about, and the reason behind that, because I is a quiet type, is because we hold in our innermost feelings, and we let it bottle up, and then all of a sudden, we are consuming all this negative energy, and then everything in our lives is just... And we're like, I didn't deserve this. You weren't true with yourself. Open up your throat chakra. Speak how you feel. It'll feel so much better. You may not like what you say, so watch what you say, because words are extremely powerful. Look in the mirror first. Talk to yourself before you approach anybody else. Understand and know the real you, and be happy with yourself first. Because once you're happy with yourself, you'll feel like $1 million, and everything around you just falls into place. Have your own experience. Share it like I am. I'm doing this to just try to share my experience. People want to know how, why, when. You're walking with me on these videos. So if you're walking with me, you'll understand that I'm learning just like you, and my walk is going to be different than yours, and my experiences are going to be different than your experiences. But the general point to things, the easy it is this. Trust. Know. Have faith. Whatever religion or, stuff. Untrap yourself. Believe in the spirit. Believe in the spiritual realm. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you know is true. But also know that you don't know it all. And neither do I. And that's what makes us smart. Because we're constantly sitting here and just questioning the matrix. And when you question the matrix, you start to learn that you can really manifest your own reality. And you can sit back and listen to that, and you feel free. Instead of closing your eyes and wondering why you can't shut your mind off. Oh, I just can't stop thinking about stuff. How am I supposed to do this? Stop. Breathe. I mean, don't try to hyperventilate yourself.